You might be looking at the red hot light heavyweight in this world right now. On the move Saturday, UFC London co-main event. Jan Blachowicz in front of you. Blackjack is here though, brother. You fired up?
I'm fired up, man. Not as fired up as you are, though.
Well, I got good coffee on this side. All right,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. No, it's good. It's good. We're in fight week now, so we just arrived yesterday, last night. Got a good nap in first night here at the hotel. So yeah, everything's kind of just coming together. All the hard work's been done now. It all just comes down to these last bits.
You know, it's cliche to say, but I wonder if it's true right now. This is the biggest fight of your damn life here, Carlos, on Saturday.
100%. Every fight is the biggest fight of my life, but when it comes down to a fight that could be a pivotal moment for my career, this is it.
Your opponent has a long layoff, nearly 2 years, 42 years old. Any of that affecting the version you expect to see here out of the former champion in Blachowicz?
I don't think so. I think he's a smart fighter, and if anything, he's very experienced, a very experienced fighter. You've seen it in the past where you've got a lot of guys who are still able to do it. He also fought in his prime against Glover Teixeira, who also won the title at 42. So that goes to say that anything can happen, and I'm not looking at this fight any lightly. So like I said, every fight is just like it's my last fight, and I'm going in there to make a statement for sure, and I'm expecting the same from Jan Blachowicz.
Look, atop this division, when Poatan Alex Pereira lost the title at UFC 313 to Magomed Ankalaev, it shook things up given the success that Poatan has had. DDP, the middleweight champ, says, damn, I lost a payday. Is there any part of you on your rise to the title that was affected by Pereira, the guy who had been on top for so long, no longer having that belt?
Not at all. I mean, it doesn't matter who's got that title. That's the person that I want. And but with Pereira still in the top five, I mean, he's still got a chance to. And he's also merited a rematch pretty soon. So he still has that chance. But either way, I think with either Pereira or Ankalaev on that title, those are the guys that I want next after this fight. And I'm not looking past this fight. It's just those are the things on the horizon for me, and I'm just gonna speak it into their existence.
Hey, speak it, believe it, receive it. I think Deontay Wilder taught us about that. All right, let's go. What were your thoughts on that fight? It's hard to call that an upset given the odds and given the fact that we all knew Ankalaev was that skilled if he could put it all together. Were you surprised at all by the result?
No, that's exactly what I expected. I knew that Ankalaev had a lot of an advantage going into this fight. And I well just looking and doing a bit of research and study in the come up of my career and watching these guys ahead of me. I was quite confident that Ankalaev was going to get that win. And yeah, I kind of stood by that, and I wasn't surprised at all.
Yeah, it was interesting to see. And as you mentioned, we're most likely getting a rematch. So that very much could flip the title back the other way. We'll see what happens. I know you're focused on your lot right now and your opportunity. So when we talk about the size of the opportunity, what does a win over Blachowicz on Saturday do for you directly?
A win 100% gives me the opportunity to fight for the title next. A fight next for the title. So this can open doors for the title. Really, I mean, it's a very exciting time right now. It is. Yeah, it's just an open book right now, where you have the options to have a couple fighters who may have that opportunity to fight for the title. So I'll be one of them.
Do you need a next level, spectacular stoppage performance to secure what you're looking for next?
Could be, but it'll just itch a little further. I mean, you look at uh, what's Jan Blachowicz's last fight against Pereira, and which was only 2 years ago. only 2 years ago. But I mean, where Jan was fighting with the injury that he had, to both shoulders, and he fought, and it was a very close matchup. So it's just inevitable for the time for me to get in there and do my thing, whether it be a very spectacular. It is always going to be a spectacular fight. Whenever I jump in the octagon, everyone knows it's everyone's hanging at the edge of their seats, and they know that it could be a knockout at any point.
You know, this is a division so top heavy on experience. There's a bunch of former champions who have had a taste of the title that are still in the mix. What do you think you provide to the division that is different, that is fresh, that is new?
I bring to the table just a different look. That's what it is. It's just a different look that nobody's really seen before. Um, and it opens doors for many other opportunities for the company of the UFC. So the prettiest face on the book, man. That's all it is. But well, that's the joke. But yeah, nah, man. It all comes down to just having a different style. When I get that title, it just brings a different style.
Well, speaking of pretty faces, we always joke, Carlos, on Morning Combat that you probably have the best DMs after a win in terms of people wanting a piece of you, reaching out. Is modeling still in your portfolio these days?
I'm not going to count it out. I mean, I do. There are jobs that come my way, but I'm kind of putting that aside until I get what I want from the UFC, and then I'll look to getting that eventually later on in the future, um, and hope that I don't break my nose in too many ways, but. I don't know. I could be a hand model or something. But who knows? But yeah, later on in the future, we'll look at that.
Speaking of hands, good connectivity here. I've read where your father was a boxer. Was that sort of a direct influence for you?
100%. Yeah, dad was a boxer. I have a big, heavy family. All my uncles were boxers, so it was a very boxing dominant family. We all grew up watching boxing and boxed each other in the backyard. Dad boxed me a few times. When I was up to
What
mischief.
happened when that took place, Carlos?
I got up to mischief when I was younger, and those things are merited. So you live and you learn, brother.
For sure, for sure. No question about that. You come from a great gym there in City Kickboxing with that lineage of champions. Does that put pressure on you, motivate you? Do you come up through that system expecting to follow the greats behind you and win a world title?
It only motivates me, man. And we've got a lot of younger guys, so we are the seniors of the City Kickboxing gym at the moment, and we just look to um help the younger guys to come up and to do things for them so that they can or help them sort of make their way up into their careers. So yeah.
Look, Blachowicz is certainly a step up in competition for you to gain with a win some real critical respect. But you just did that against a former title challenger in Volkan Ozdemir, and you went the distance. What did you ultimately learn or prove about yourself in that fight, in your opinion?
I just proved that I could be in there with a very heavy fighter, heavy-handed fighter, someone who's also very well uh, established in the UFC and experienced. So it just went to prove that I could stay in there in the octagon for 3 rounds with someone like that.
Yeah, no doubt. I want to close with talking about that belt, the title, what it means. It's the driver for so many fighters, for rightfully so. It would provide a level of accomplishment, money, fame, everything that comes with it. What is it? What means the most about that pursuit for you?
The pursuit for the title, sorry. So you were
Sure.
just cutting up. Um, yeah. Well, the driver basic is I've had this set goal for over 10 years now, and I think the more getting experience in the octagon, the more I believe in myself. I've always had the belief in myself, and I think it's just what can come from it. And I think I just want to continue with the belief that I have and the visuals that I have in my mind. So yeah, and not only that, it's just also to be able to inspire my children, inspire my the people around me, and the young ones in the gym that are coming up too. So that's the biggest motivation for me.
All you got to do is pass this test. You'll be one step closer. That legendary Polish power, though, is not to be messed with. We'll find out in London on Saturday. Carlos, thank you for your time and best of luck to you, brother.
Thank you so much. Cheers, man.